every time.
Hello and welcome to day 4 of our Roadmap for Behavior Solutions workshop. Hello, we're Allie and Emily. Nope, Ellen. I said the wrong E word. I am so sorry, Ellen.
A&E. Either way, we're A&E. We talked about this.
I just have been conditioned. Allie and Emily. Nope, Ellen. Allie and Ellen. You should know who we are by now, I hope. A little bit of housekeeping, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ellen for the most requested topic of this workshop, and that is why you haven't seen success. So before we get to that housekeeping, thank you to everyone who submitted their day 3 homework. That includes Jackie, Natasha, and Jamie. You 3 have been entered once again, I think for all of you, into our drawing for 20% off our upcoming Roadmap for Behavior Solutions program, which is up and ready for registrants. There is an easier way to say that, and I didn't get there.
Registration is open.
Registration is open. That is the easiest way. Melanie, we'll figure out where you are. I'm going to add your name to the list, though. Actually, Ellen's going to add your name to the list because I'm not going to be able to do that and talk to y'all at the same time. We'll find it. Thank you, Melanie. All right. So you guys have been added into our contest, 20% off our upcoming Roadmap for Behavior Solutions program. Just a reminder, that is open. Early bird pricing is only available for the next 24-ish hours. And I say ish because it's like 23 hours and 54 minutes to be precise. So be sure to get in for your early bird pricing, which is $497. After this workshop starts tomorrow, it will go up to $537. So be sure to register before tomorrow's Q&A. If you're still holding out for the 20% off, I got you covered. You can still register with the early bird pricing to make sure that you get the lower pricing. And then if you win the 20% off, I will refund you the difference. So don't worry about that. I got you covered. Still do the early bird pricing in case you don't get the 20% off, and I'll refund you the middle. Words. The difference. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who has already registered. That includes Carol. We are so excited to see you there. Reminder to keep asking those questions both in the live sessions and on the Q&A post in the group. Clarification questions will be answered today for today's clarification questions. Everything else will be answered tomorrow in Friday's Q&A. So be sure to ask those questions. And then that is it for housekeeping. So Ellen, go ahead with our topic for today, reasons why you haven't seen success.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. This one was the hot one for the whole workshop, which I didn't anticipate. But I think that's because so very frequently people have tried so many different things and they haven't worked, or we don't feel like they are working, or any number of things. So today, we're going to talk about some of the things that are very common roadblocks within our behavior change program. These are things that we see time and time again, or clients come to us on their first session, and these are the things that we hear them articulating, and what's gotten in their way. So the first one, we're trying a shotgun approach and not a precision approach. We've all done this. You Google, why does my dog growl when I go near their food? Why does my dog cry when I leave? And you get millions of hits on Facebook. And then when you dive in, you get advice after advice, and half of them are arguing with the other half, and no one agrees. So you try a little bit of everything. The problem is that doesn't provide you or your dog consistency or predictability. Neither of you are going to get good at something if you try something new each time. Repetition, consistency, and predictability goes a long way in making progress towards our goals. So sticking with something, giving it a good run, having a professional be able to say, like, this is the time frame I expect to see success or progress, and then shifting when we have exhausted that option. Second one, You're trying to do too much too fast. Along the same lines as above, you're trying everything. And someone tells you that your dog needs 6 hours of exercise in a day and 2 hours of enrichment and then 3 hours of training. And we all have 24 hours in a day. And none of that is going to pay your bills or keep you going. But you try it anyway because you want to help your dog. That's why you're here. You want to help your dog. The problem is that's not sustainable. I've worked 100-hour work weeks and I can do it, but I can't do it for my dog's entire life, nor do I want to. Not all dogs benefit from increased physical activity. I have worked with dogs that needed less. Not all dogs benefit from the same plan. Not even the same dogs in the same household will necessarily benefit from the same plan. Every family and situation is different. So trying to teach or change 50 things at once is going to lead to burnout and frustration and despair. Changing the things that matter and leaving the rest of it at the door and saying, I have a handle on this and now I would like to add something. Okay, I'm good here now. Let's maybe add something else now. Or you can totally say at any point, like, I like this. This is livable for me. Let's just manage. We'll stay here. I'm good. And number 3, you and your dog don't have the foundation skills yet. So have you tried to just jump into a training plan when you Google my dog barks on leash or leaving my dog home alone or any of those things, and you get a one pager or a blog that told you what you need to do? I'm not trying to say what you found is wrong. The problem is that every training plan requires a foundation. If you want your dog to look at you around triggers or distractions, your dog needs to be able to look at you without them. You need to know how to feed your dog. Your dog needs to know how to take food. You need proper timing, observation skills, body language knowledge. Training plans are about so much more than we can fit on a single page. If you don't have the foundations, you don't see the results. Number 4, you don't know what progress looks like. Behavior change happens gradually. We don't go from barking, lunging, biting at the end of the leash to walking calmly down the street with another dog. We don't go from screaming and shaking at the door to comfortable alone for 8 hours. We have an end goal, but there's so much to celebrate between the start and that end goal. If you don't know what to look for or how to see it, you won't feel like you're making progress, even if you are. Celebrating those small things is what keeps us going. So for leash reactivity, it might be the first time that your dog hears dog tags jingle and they look at you instead of barking. We're not at passing across the street from another dog, but hearing those dog tags used to elicit the big barking and everything. We need to celebrate that. The first time someone whose dog is constantly next to you decides to move away or lets you go to the bathroom without crying is a huge win. That is a tremendous win, and we need to celebrate those things to make sure that you're getting your reinforcement and reward too. And then number 5, and this one is a big one. They're all big ones, but this one is a big one. You don't have support. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I wish it was, but it's usually a marathon. And you need and you deserve support. You deserve a whole team of cheerleaders to celebrate those small wins that we talked about before, to help you see your victories, to brainstorm when things get muddled and confusing. Without the support, you may feel alone, unmotivated, hopeless. Trying to stay the course with the just do this comments or your coddling comments is incredibly hard and isolating. So having a support system, whether that is people in your life or some of our behavior consultants or our fantastic community, everyone here that is in the chat, is really important so that you are able to continue working on it and see the successes instead of just staring at the goalpost that is down there. We want to make smart goals that are achievable and measurable and get us to little yard lines. Now, that was all a bummer. And just like our pets, I would really prefer to focus on what I do want or what you do need instead of what has previously been lacking. So what do you need to navigate those roadblocks? You need knowledge. You need to know the why and the what and the how of what you're doing so you can decide, no, I don't think this is for my dog. I don't think that this is going to help in this situation. Some people were talking about maybe physical exercise is what you need, while other dogs, that's not it. Knowing why, that might or might not be the right choice. You need actionable, concrete steps. Instead of doing 101 things, again, let's do a couple of things really well. Let's figure out how to do those things very, very well and when to do them so that you don't have to think in the moment when things are wild around you and overstimulating. You know exactly what to do, when to do it, and your body can just go on autopilot. Like, has anybody watched um, Cobra Kai recently? Um, Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid and all of that same thing, but they practice things that may not feel relevant, wax on, wax off, and then they get into a situation where they need it and their body is able to act in a way that is helpful for them. So we want to be there. You need the skill to be able to complete the steps with confidence. So instead of, I think this is it, I want you to be like, yeah, I know exactly what to do. Like, this is, I see this, I do this. I see this, I do this. And then I expect this. Progress. Don't linger when things aren't working for you. And it, like I said, I mentioned earlier, you might be moving on too fast. Being able to see, going back to that knowledge, being able to see of this is definitely not working, or I just need to tweak a couple things, or I just need to put a little time here. That is important to be able to know. And then accountability and community. Again, if a lack of support has been a hindrance for you, you need support. Everybody needs support. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So access to people who are able to cheerlead, people who are able to take a step back and say, like, I see that you're having a really hard time. Do you want to, let's look at this thing over here? Or do you need to just vent? We can vent. If you're not in a place to be a productive, have a conversation about it, you need to get it out. Let's do that too. All of those are valid options. And then people who understand what you're going through and are going to be empathetic and compassionate and supportive of whatever journey you happen to be on, whether it is my dog growls at me when I get close to them, or my dog barks and lunges at strangers or dogs, or my dog is uncomfortable with people coming into the house, or I can't leave my dog alone. All of those, you're not alone. In here, we have currently 20 some people who have experienced those same things. And over the course of this week, you have seen many, many more that understand and have been there. So with that, how do you get all those things? How do you get those things? After talking to so many clients and talking with so many people who have had roadblock after roadblock, that is why we came up with this program, so that we could address those roadblocks in a way that was accessible and affordable for people, that provided that community and the support, because very often that is one of the biggest problems that people have. So again, we're going to circle back. The Roadmap for Behavior Solutions program is open. Registration is open. We saw so much success with our group courses, and I love the group courses because you start to build a community. There are people that we have had that have been working with us for a while, and it is so wonderful to see them support people who are new to the journey. They're not new. They've been around the block. They know what is happening, but they understand what the other people are feeling because they were there 6 months ago. They know exactly what it's like to have a dog that is reactive, that you don't feel safe around, that you can't leave alone, that destroys your house. They know exactly what that's like, and they see themselves in people who are just starting. And because I have been a professional, I have also been a pet parent, I understand that it is very different for me to tell you this is normal. Like, this is a part of the process. You're going to get through it. I promise. Like, I'm here for you. Yeah, but like, you're my professional. That's like my mom telling me something when I was a kid. I might dismiss it a little bit, but when you hear it from someone else who has been there and is just a pet parent like you and understands, it hits different. It might mean a little bit more to you. So we created a community where you are able to communicate with people who have been there, who are going through it, and who have seen the success, so that they can help you to develop some of those skills. So again, with this course, we want you to walk away with the knowledge to understand the why, the what, and the how of a behavior change plan. The actionable concrete steps, know what to do and when to do it. The skills, being able to complete each step with confidence. The accountability, regular check-ins and support so that you stay on your goals. Progress, so that you don't linger when things aren't working. And the community, so that you have support, you have cheerleaders, you have people that will celebrate with you, because that is incredibly important. Allie, I saw lots of chat. Have I missed anything?
Lots of chat. We had a good question for Friday, which is tomorrow. Any clarification questions y'all have, feel free to throw them in. We had some good conversations that were happening. And I really want to point one of them out. Rach said, until you truly live with a reactive dog, you can't fully understand just how draining and isolating it is. And like, I couldn't find a way in chat to express like, yes, just like, so yes to that. And we hear that from our clients all the time of how isolating it is and how just nice it is to have somebody who gets it, you know, and understands. And because friends and family and coworkers who have not lived with it do not understand and give us recommendations that are not very helpful or sometimes empathetic because they don't understand. So I just wanted to point that out because I loved that comment so much. Okay, so the other one that I got, because I can read it instead of just typing back. Mary Helen, I know you didn't ask a question, but I'm going to put your comment into the questions for tomorrow because it's really good about talking about treat motivation and all of that jazz. So I'm going to add that to tomorrow's Q&A if you're okay with that, because that's a really good conversation to have tomorrow. Okay. Are we ready for homework? Did you do the workbook recap?
Let's recap one more time because I didn't call it out specifically.
Because I missed it.
Allie was reading, but you all may have been reading as well. So first one, knowledge. Understand the why, the what, and the how. Number 2, actionable concrete steps, knowing what to do and when to do it. Number 3, skill, being able to complete the steps with confidence. Number 4, don't linger when progress, don't linger when things aren't working. And then the last one, accountability and community. Access to, with the registration to the program, you not only get access to me, you get access to the entire Pet Harmony team and all of our wonderful, fantastic pet parents and Pet Harmony community campus who get it. They very much get it. They understand.
Well, thank you. All right. So just a reminder, the program is open if you have a pet who has behavior issue, dog specifically, sorry. I have to remember this is dog specific. If you have a dog who has behavior issues, whether it is separation anxiety, stranger danger, leash reactivity, dog-dog issues, dog-cat issues, resource guarding, I've missed something, no matter what it is, this program will address it with people who understand and with our team of certified consultants and trainers. So you get people who know the things, are up on continuing education, all that good sort of stuff, and can take you through a systematic step-by-step progress to help you and your pet live harmoniously. A reminder to post your homework in the day 4 homework that is happening Soon in the Facebook group. It will happen soon. So reminder to post your homework there for 20% off that upcoming program. Still make sure to get in with the early bird pricing first, and I'll refund you the difference if you win the 20% off. We will announce the 20% off winner tomorrow. So do the things, get your homework in. Sneak peek for tomorrow, Q&A. We're answering all the questions you've been asking all week. There will not be a super secret segment tomorrow because tomorrow's going to take longer because we have lots of good questions and things to discuss. But we do have a super secret segment for today, and that is adjusting your environment to get the right answer more often, because behavior change does not happen in a vacuum and the environment is very important. So if you email us info@petharmonytraining.com in the next, I'm going to give you 65 minutes. I'm generous today. It is 12:25 my time Central. So by 1:30 p.m. Central time, 65 minutes from now, with the password, I got this, because you do got this. I recognize that is not grammar, but pshaw. Your password for today is I got this. Reminder for Pro Campus members that you will get access to our super secret segment, regardless of whether you're here live or not. And those videos will be in your program materials on the site next week, because we love you guys. We love all of you guys, but we have to give a shout out to our Pro Campus professional members. All right. We will see you in the inbox at info@petharmonytraining.com with I got this for your super secret segment. And we will see you tomorrow for the last day of the workshop for the Q&A. And I saw, Natasha, you posted that you are loving the super secret segments. I'm glad. We also love the super secret segments. So
Natasha also posted a question, if you could.
I grabbed that already because
thank you.
I'm fast at that sometimes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to go longer probably than 30 minutes. We don't expect you to be there the whole time with us, but we'll be there until all questions have been answered. And I can say that because we don't have 3 pages of questions this time. So it's not going to be a 4-hour affair or anything. So we'll be there until all questions are answered. We don't expect you to be there the whole time. The recording will be up. Recordings will be available through June 17th, until June 17th, sorry. All right. Happy training, everyone.
Happy training.